Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Trade War SITREP. This is going to be a pretty loaded episode because we're going to talk about some very technical, a bit complicated subject. It's in regards to this USTR, the US Trade Representative, the introduction of a new maritime fee. So this is actually happened first announced on the 17th of April, around 1 to 2 days ago, depending on where you are, and this so this is wrote about by some other maritime focused websites, and of course, and there's also another channel that focus on shipping. Let me check what's the name again. I forgot the name. This one. So this channel is called What's Going On with Shipping. So he basically does SITREPs, on shipping related subjects, and his name is Sal Micogliano. I do recommend you to watch this video by him. This channel is What's Going On with Shipping, or WGOW Shipping. So you can actually check it out. You can see the link below, the youtube.com at. Yeah, you can check him out. I discovered him recently because I was looking into the trade war in terms of the shipping stuff, and his stuff came out, and so far it reminds me of the reporting I do, but no, he's in shipping. So he have his explanation, but I will do my best to explain from a DPA's style, of perspective, or the way how I will present information. So this is the article. You can actually find this on DPA's website on the details regarding this section 301 action, which for the new maritime fee structure targeted specifically at China. So this entire thing is 100% targeting on China. So this investigation into potential abuse from China, alleged abuse by China in the shipping industry, is initiated a year ago under the Biden administration. So this is not a Trump administration thing. This actually happened during the Biden administration. So this comes from investigation, so prompted by 5 US labor unions in March 2024. So this which concluded that China's state subsidies and policies unfairly bolstered its maritime industry, capturing 50% of the global shipping by 2023. And so this is the entire thingy that the Americans have reacted to this investigation. The result of the investigation, they concluded China indeed have abused or gamed the system, or whatever you want to call it, and now United States will do its own state subsidies and unfair policies against China. This is going to be a very shocking thing. Video. If you stay with me, yeah, it's going to be like a difficult one. So let me turn on the lights a bit. So the key thing. So this is going to be a difficult read. So the Chinese vessels, owners and operators. So that means either the Chinese own the ship, or the ship operates China ship. They are non-Chinese operators operating Chinese built ships. They're all gonna get tariffed in a way. There are gonna be fees, port fees, and the fees are very expensive. Like they're counting by net tons. They're counted by tons, and vehicle carriers also, they're going to be charged by per car, and all these things. So it's very hard to understand if you actually look at the actual like the actual thingy coming out from the state, this US trade representative. Like they don't really, they basically write in text. It's very hard to understand. Like, yeah, so I basically did a table with, of course, with the help of AI nowadays. We are able to do this kind of thing. So what we have is that is actually by year. It actually goes. I need to zoom out a bit so that if not, you're gonna get confused. So you can see that 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, year by year, the fees get more and more expensive. So for Chinese operators and Chinese owner of the ships, the per ton cargo, they're gonna get, they have to pay a fee. From this year on, I think this will start 6 months from now. So this is not enacted immediately. They are giving all the operators 6 months to adapt. So in 6 months time, around October, they'll start to collect these fees. So it's going to be $50, then it raised to $80, and then it raised to $110. And in essence, this is actually a tariff on imports into United States using Chinese ship. This is actually a tariff in a sense, and this tariff is super difficult to track, and in the sense of like for the people who maybe do the exports, or even for the countries, because it really depends on the operators, right? So it's gonna get very confusing. So this is also undercovered. I feel I didn't see a lot of people talking about it, but this is actually pretty huge, and even for non-Chinese operators, they are not Chinese companies, but they buy Chinese ships. They are also going to have to be taxed. They still going to have to pay a fee for this. And then vehicle carriers similarly, but this is a fixed fee, $150 per car. And so this the idea is basically what they want to do. I will not go through in details into this article. You can actually go and read it yourself. But the idea is Donald Trump, not just this thing, of course, already started off before Trump, but Donald Trump wants to bring shipbuilding back in United States, because United States have basically lost a lot of its shipbuilding capabilities. So with his executive orders and with this 301 action, they are going to force all these ship operators to buy American ships. So, or at least don't buy Chinese ship. So this is what is going to be happening. For full details, I don't think you're going to care unless you are in the shipping industry. Then you probably going to have much more clearer information than I can present. But I'm just trying to share in the general idea what the hell is happening. So as I mentioned, there is going to be 180 days grace period, which is around half a year, and it will need to begin at October 2025. So this is and these fees will be charged at all the US ports. So it's gonna be painful, and apparently there's some certain caps. Like they will be charged at 5 fees per vessel annually. So, but still, it's still a lot of money, and So I also tried to find the information. So the total units of transported goods is 70.818% is on transported by Chinese built vessel. So it will represent certain level of income, but I think the whole point is not about bringing in revenue, but it's more like to force or persuade operators to get US ships. So, and there is also this very interesting incentive operators that committed into buying US vessels of equivalent size or larger size than the ships that they have will receive a temporary fee suspension up to 3 years. And why 3 years? Because a container ship takes 2 to 3 years to build. The problem with the purchase of US built ship, however, is that currently United States do not have the shipping capacity, the shipbuilding capacity right now. So if this entire thing turns out to be very effective, then there's a chance that they will not be able to deliver so many ships in such a short time. So let me use this. So maybe might be like, yeah, maybe this is better. No, so yeah, so despite as much as Donald Trump is going to push everybody to buy at least invest in some US ships, it's going to be very difficult because of the lack of shipyards. So then that's why there's an executive order for the shipbuilding department, and then I believe that they're going to invest a lot in building more shipyards. So we're going to see how this goes. No, it's a very high risk thing that of course Trump is doing, but everything is very forced, very in your face. So, and honestly, this is super in your face, like totally 100% targeting China. That's it. It's not about the Koreans or any other countries that build ships, like targeting purely on China. So, and one of the other interesting thing is that is the LNG. So the Donald Trump under this commission, under this new fee thingy, I believe this is of course also decided by the Trump administration as well. They want to bring the technology to build LNG ships. The LNG ships are, I think, the more complicated ships to build, very expensive ships, and they want to bring this technology to US shipyards. Currently, the United States has no capability to build LNG ships. From my understanding, there's no ship that is actually built in the United States that can carry LNG. So the plan is to have 1%. I shouldn't use that tool. 1% of the LNG export to be using US operated, US flag or US built ships. It might all be the same thing. It might be actually US built, US flag, and US operated. So 1% of the LNG export in 2028 must be US. So it's going to be a US ship exporting US company operating the US ship built in United States to export LNG. I believe that's the plan. 2028, 1%. So 1% actually is around just one ship. So I believe the idea is to build one ship, to build the first ever LNG ship in United States. And this 2028, why so significant? Because it's still Donald Trump's term. So he still have not left office. So he will be there to crash the bottle and do this big PR. So I think that's the whole plan, and they should be able to build that in time, but they need to rush so that they can have this win. So this is 1%, and you can see that it's 2028. Clearly, United States have to build their capability to build that ship. So it's good. So the timeline is very far away. You can see 2047. How old would I be, man? 22 years old. I would be like so old. I would be like 60 over years old. Then when I was 60 over years old, then 15% of the LNG export from the United States will be US ships. So you can see how long is the projection of the timeline. That this time horizon is very far away because this is quite realistic a plan, but of course it's still very ambitious to build something that you totally have no capability to do for. So this is a gradual increase, and this is to incentivize the construction and use of US built LNG. Currently lack domestic capacity, so with no significant LNG carrier production. So US shipyards produce fewer than 10 vessels annually. So you can see how terrible the US shipyards currently is. So this entire idea is to boost shipbuilding. Very, very ambitious. Another thing regarding this maritime one is this also very interesting one, which is the tariff on Chinese cranes. So there will be 100% tariff on Chinese manufactured ship-to-shore cranes. So this is also to prevent Chinese monopoly over the global crane production. And I believe that this is already very bad. I also heard from this channel, the what's going on with shipping, that one of the concern is actually espionage as well. There is this suspicion that the cranes produced in China may have certain things that installed within it that tracks volumes, or information, which then will be transmitted back to China. Also, they can actually monitor the shipping and whatever in United States. So there's some espionage concerns regarding it, but I think that is as this channel has also said, unlikely to be the core concern, but this concern was mentioned before. So so this is the main gist of the whole thingy. There's a lot, and I also wrote the notes. Generally, the whole idea is just to boost US shipbuilding, like eating a super steroid. But I really have my doubts or concerns on whether the United States will have the gumption to really build these many shipyards in such a short time, train the people, and to build everything, build many ships in United States all at once. It's going to be very, very challenging in my opinion, because building the ship is one thing, but you need to build the shipyards first, then you can build the ships. That actually complicates a lot of things. So let's see. So anyway, this a very, very loaded thing. If I read through every single line and talk through every single line of the article, this is gonna be like a 1 hour video. So I'm not gonna do that. And I also don't want to assume that I 100% understand what the hell is happening per se. So that's why I recommend this other channel that I discovered. He can explain much better. But it's still an important thing to note. So it's just just what Donald Trump is trying to do. I believe I mentioned this before about the shipbuilding. Just that this 301 action originated during the Biden administration. Anyway, thank you for watching. So that's all for the trade war SITREP for now. There's no major developments in the past 24 hours plus. No major developments after most of the things had happened. So like you see, the last trade war SITREP basically covers the other things, but this is a keystone development. This is a very, very big development. So I just want to show you this part, why the objective. So this will address China's market from 1999, which was 5% of the shipbuilding size, to 50% in 2023. So China in almost 25 years dominated and took over and dominated the entire shipbuilding global market, which is pretty scary. Yeah. So anyway, that's the main gist. That's why the United States is reacting. And if you think that United States is trying to suppress China's growth, or they are jealous about of China, and then they want to sabotage China, yes, that's exactly what's happening right here. So yeah, so that's the whole point of the trade war. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next update.